Welcome to Aussie Kiwi Adventure Rider.com. Let's do this! Previously, in part 1 of our Nullarbor crossing, we travelled from Seduna to Bunda Cave, and now we travel further west through Madura to Cocklebiddy, where we visit the cave, and then along the 90-mile straight, the longest straight in Australia, before Gaiguna and the famous Blow Hole, ending in Balladonia. Here we are on the beautiful Bunda Cliffs, in the middle of the Nullarbor. And I am in the zone. The sun is shining and it's a beautiful day in the middle of the Nullarbor. Let's do this. Well, it's a long straight road ahead and I've been riding for a while, so I keep myself company in the rear vision mirrors. But that's the great thing about the Nullarbor. When you've been riding for long enough, just slow down and take a look around at the amazing scenery out here in the remoteness of the Nullarbor plains. WA, Western Australia. Happy to stop for quarantine. I get some fuel too. And that is a large kangaroo holding a jar of Vegemite. The weather was rapidly packing in, so I decided to treat myself to a night's accommodation at Madura Roadhouse. And while it's not the Hilton, I'd describe the accommodation as value for money. And after a long day riding, the restaurant that night was magnificent. I had a lamb shank and washed it down with 3 beers. Good morning, adventurers. So here we are in Madura, and we're on our way to Cocklebiddy. What I'm particularly excited about today is that it is sunny. Look, they're the mountains that we're riding past yesterday that had the rain pouring down on the mountain range. But today, it is magnificent. Let me give you a look around. This is the best day since Petersburg. It really is. And it's warm. Super warm. So I am very excited. Very, very excited. So let's do this. Let's go to Cocklebiddy and let's see what they have got to show the world. Here we are at Cocklebiddy. Don't get too excited. It's a caravan park and a roadhouse. I believe there are 15 residents in Cocklebiddy. $2.71 BP Ultimate. What a bargain in the middle of the Nullarbor. I decided to treat Big Blue to high octane fuel. So I've got a full tank of gas and it's relatively early in the day. I decided to take an adventure off-road down one of the local four-wheel drive tracks. I don't know where it goes, but we'll soon find out. Well, this track's getting harder to ride, and my fascination with where it goes is wearing thin. I reckon in 15 to 20k I'd arrive at the beach, but frankly, I think this was a dumb idea. I'm going to turn around, I'm going to head back to the roadhouse, and I'm going to have a meal and wash it down with some dark beers. Okay, so we have set up the tent site, done that here, and now we're going to go into Cocklebiddy for dinner, which is a great idea, and then we'll come back. So it's only 10k down the road, so no stress. First up, we need to pump up our tyres, so let's get that done. So that's it, I've pumped up the tyres, everything's set, and then when I come back I just crawl into bed. I reckon it's perfect planning. I had a good meal last night at the roadhouse here before going back to the tent, and got up first thing in the morning, straight back to the roadhouse, and just had bacon and eggs. So I'm most certainly eaten more than my fair share in the last 12 hours, and it's back on the road. We're looking for Cocklebiddy Cave.
Sounds like Hawaii. You're somewhere like. Well, I'm old and gray. My days fade away. Well, I don't have time to muck around no more. My friends, they died, but before they do, they cry. They don't have time to muck around no more. They don't say to me, I'm glad I made that million. They don't say to me, I'm glad I won that war. They don't try to impress me with their opinion. Nah, they just say to me, I wish I loved some more. Well, I'm old and gray, I'm telling you today, I don't have time to muck around no more. So I ain't gonna say on my dying day, oh, I wish I had loved some more. So I'm gonna be a picture of contrition. I'm gonna show my anger and hate the dog. I'm gonna be the epitome of compassion, and I'm gonna love everybody a little more. Well, I'm old and gray, my days fade away. I don't have time to muck around no more. So I'm gonna love everybody a little more. Yes, I'm gonna love everybody a little more.
Wow. It's a good little ride out here. Morning, adventurers. Today we are at the Cocklebiddy Cave, and we're going to go in there and have a look. So there's a map of the cave. You've got the entrance here, and then you can come along. Look at this. That's 1 kilometre. Another 70 metres squeeze through here and go up to Toad Hall. Well, no one's been down here for a while because there's some pretty big cobwebs. Check these babies out. So you can see that I've closed the cave. So a local at the roadhouse was telling me they've had a number of issues. So the cave's everywhere, all over the place. And they've had the cave entrances collapse and their divers inside the cave. And he was telling me about a case where the divers took a week to get out. They came out at a different entrance somewhere else. So I'm sure they were shitting themselves. And somehow must have found air inside the cave. It looks like Cocklebiddy's got an air hole 1.2k down it if you swim along. So here we are in the cave. And it's a long way down. There's a lot of warning signs saying don't go in there. So I can see water at the very, very bottom there. Wow. Cocklebiddy Caves. You beaut. Stuck in my brain. So, Balladonia is 181 k's, and that's pretty much at the end of the strait, Australia's longest strait. Here on the Nullarbor, we empty the bins once every 6 months, whether we need to or not. Well, there's the answer to why these caves have blowholes. So the cave breathes out when the air pressure falls and breathes in when it rises. And the air movement at one cave entrance on the Nullarbor was 72 kilometers an hour. So here's the blowhole itself. And if you were to get in there, you could probably crawl along it. Absolutely incredible, the Nullarbor. The sun is shining, and guess what? It just hit 19 degrees. So here we are, arriving in Balladonia. And as for the highlights of this town, well, you've just seen them. So I'll be fueling up and getting back on the road, heading west.